We have contact. Purge the stealers, filth. Brother down. Squad is broken. Avenge me, my brothers.
The Emperor has gifted us with a mission to redeem ourselves. The Blood Angels need no longer carry the burden of defeat. We have detected the sin of damnation near our home planet. Low-frequency scans of the space hulk reveal the presence of gene stealers.
Brothers, vengeance shall be ours. Squad Lorenzo, ready for deployment.
Hey folks, so this is Space Hulk. This is the first adaptation of a board game it came out years ago. This is quite an old adaptation now. There's been a bunch of other versions of Space Hulk that have been done in recent times, and I really don't like any of them. I passed on Space Hulk Ascension because it had they just added a load of RPG mechanics which the game just does not need, and then Cyanide's version, Space Hulk Tactics, is just ugh. I think I turned it off after 3 minutes. They just filled it full of completely unnecessary garbage that just made it more difficult to play. This is the definitive version of this game in my opinion. Now, there were versions of Space Hulk that came out back in the 90s, I think. It must have been about 93. I was actually playing this game, the board game, in 88, I think. I must have been 9 years old, maybe in 89, so I'd have been 10. And I'll tell you how old this is. This is in the timeline of Warhammer 40k. I'm pretty sure this came out before the Games Workshop tied the Tyranids in with the Gene Stealers. So the Gene Stealers were just their own thing. There's no mention of the Tyranids in this one. So it's kind of interesting. Now, Warhammer lore aficionados might be able to correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the way it was. I'm certain that the Tyranids didn't seem to come into it until a few years later. But I may be wrong. Anyway, so what is this game? This game is It's a board game adaptation. It's a squad-based tactics game. It's played out in very tight corridors, so there's no room for maneuver really. It's all about placement and careful usage of your various resources, which is just action points pretty much for your teams. Very, very, very clever, interesting game, designed for multiplayer, but the AI is not bad, so I'm going to be playing the AI. I'm going to be playing the Sin of Damnation campaign. Now, this is the original campaign that came with the board game, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure the maps are the same as well. As you can see, I've been playing through a little bit, but I think what we're going to do is we'll just play it from the start. You can actually play this game quite quickly.
Of functioning escape pods in a sector well beyond our established perimeter.
Oh dear, sorry guys.
The enemy must not escape. Cleanse the control room. No matter the cost, this will be done. Sergeant of the squad, accept your orders. You command one squad. You will deploy your Terminators here. Scanners have detected Xeno's life signs in these areas. Deep scans indicate the target is in this area. Bathe the control room in flame and protect the battle brother who bears the heavy flamer. If he falls, all is lost.
Okay, I was messing around with the audio, trying to get the audio levels, but obviously it's a little bit quiet. Apologies about that, guys. Okay, the best way to play this, or to show you this, is just to play it, and you can get a feel for whether you think this is kind of your kind of thing or not. Now, oh, by the way, I should mention, I'm kind of being a bit of a dick tease here, I'm afraid, because you can't buy this game anymore, I don't think. There are going to be ways for you to find it online, I'm sure. You know, there might be places that you can buy like CD keys and whatever. Just be very cautious with stuff like that. I'm not advising you to do anything. However, I'm sure there are ways to get hold of this game now, but you cannot buy it on Steam. It was discontinued. I don't know why, because as I said, this is by far the best version of the game, in my opinion. Don't be fooled by the snazzy graphics of the newer ones. They're just not as good. Okay, this one's great. Now, so here's our map look. We start here. we've got 5 Terminators in our squad. And we've got to get to here, and we've got to hit it with the heavy flamer. And the Gene Stealers are going to appear here. And the way that it works is that the Gene Stealer player, basically, he brings... The game is represented in the sense that the Terminators can only see physically what they can see. And they've got a scanner, right, that will show them blips on their scanner, basically. So the Gene Stealers come down as blips, and the way that it works in the tabletop actually is that you can you have these blips, and they are a counter, and they represent anywhere between 1 and 3 Gene Stealers. So because they can move quite closely together, and you can't tell which is which, or you can't tell them from one another. They're just sort of general movement. And so you won't know how many Gene Stealers are in this blip until you see them. So it adds some really, really interesting randomization to the game. There's a few other things that they do to add randomization too. Now, we need to get the heavy flamer, and we need to flame this room here. That's our mission, and we've got to basically get our way, move our way through. Now, you'll see that this is the first game that ever had Overwatch in it. I'm pretty sure. I've never seen an Overwatch in a game as older than this. So the whole idea of Overwatch came from this game, I think. Let's get... I think I want to put the commander at the back, or the squad leader at the back. Let's get the flamer. I think the flamer wants to go in the middle. We may well need the flamer, and then we'll get the rest of them heavy bolters. Let's hit deploy. When you select a Terminator, you actually get this cool little like a heads-up view of what they can see, which can be quite useful actually, because you can see here, for example, this door's closed. Okay, so let's send Brother Goriel forwards. He's going to use 2 action points to move up forwards and open this door. Now we also get 3 command points here, and those command points, they're extra points you can essentially use. So you get 4 action points per Terminator, and then you get 3, you get up to 6 command points that you can use as extra points. It's just to add a little bit of randomization into the game. I'm going to bring this guy. By the way, line of sight is done by drawing. It's not by tiles. Okay, so you draw a line between the middle of the model to the middle of whatever thing you're trying to shoot at. So you can sometimes get a line of sight where you might not think you would. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put this guy. Yeah, we want someone on. You don't need anyone on Overwatch actually. I think they can move 6, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're not going to get anywhere near us. So let's just move these guys forwards. I am going to have one guy on Overwatch, I think. Let's just move that guy this side. We'll bring the heavy flamer up. I might actually have the heavy flamer. I'm pretty sure the AI. Yeah, let's just get the heavy flamer there, and then we'll move the rest up. You can play the game relatively quick. I know they do look like they're quite slow and cumbersome, but that's because they're Terminators. They're supposed to be, and yeah, you can speed it up. But I don't like to. I think it's perfectly paced, this game. Okay, so Brother Goriel, I think we're going to move him forward, and he's going to open this door as well. So let's just open the door, which gives us which costs an action point. And then I think I'm going to move this dude in, and then we've used all our command points, and we can end the turn. Okay, so now it's the Gene Stealer's turn. Here we go. Wow, look. Okay, so we can actually see these guys already. That's interesting. Why can we see those? Oh yeah, for some reason... Yeah, for some reason we got this on. I wonder why we can see those guys. We can see these ones. It might have been... a bug. Or maybe they came... No, that's right. They came this way. But where's the line of sight? Unless they ran up this way. Yeah, maybe they came from there. Anyway, I'm going to worry about it too much. Let's continue. The reason why I brought the heavy flamer guy this way was because I thought that they were going to come up this way, but the AI players decided to avoid that tactic. We need to get... We've got to get up here before these guys get up. Right now, we can walk forwards and attack one at a time, so we're going to do that. Storm Bolter's needing 5 or 6 to hit, I think. Oh no, it's 6. Okay, so now it's going to be a fight. Now it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe. Okay, we managed to kill one. I'm just going to keep moving forwards with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think it's really important that we get this guy forwards as far as we can. Yeah, we got so the reason why I'm pushing forwards this guy is not because I want him to die, although he's likely to die if we don't play this carefully. But it's because if I don't, we're only going to be able to get one guy shooting against all of these. Now, you do have infinite ammo on the Stormbolter, on the standard guys. The problem is that if you, I think if you roll a double, then you jam, right? So there's a 1 in 6 chance every time you shoot to get a jam, and you don't want to jam. I think we're actually going to put the Flamer as the next guy in. That's going to make sense here. And I'm actually going to move... I'm going to use some of my command points. Let's just move this guy first again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think they can get in here, so I'm going to move... Brother Goriel. That's going to be 3 command points. Wow, that's a lot of command points. But I think we're going to do it. I'm going to move him here. Okay, he's going to take another pot shot as he goes. Okay, and then we want to get these other guys in.
Moving ahead.
I think we're going to take an extra step forwards with him. And that will enable us to shuffle all our other Terminators. As you can see, space is at a premium in this game. It's designed... this is kind of like... This was Games Workshop ripping off Aliens. That's basically what it was. They were ripping off Aliens. That's where this whole idea for this game came from, I'm pretty sure. It's a pretty good Aliens game though. And you know, when Games Workshop rips stuff off, at least they do something cool with it, and you've got to give them credit for that. They are thieves. They are IP thieves, and they're kind of hypocritical in that as well, because they do steal other people's IPs, but they don't. They do not like other people copying theirs. Let me tell you, my friend at school actually worked in their intellectual property team as a solicitor. He was on their IP team, like I think he was like the number 2 guy there, and he's told me all about what went on in Games Workshop's IP team. It was really, really interesting. I'm actually thinking about getting him on the Meta Abuse podcast one day, because I think he'd be so fascinating to talk to. Because yeah, he knows, like he was there. I think it must have been early 2000s. I'm pretty sure it was early 2000s. Not long after he was finished at uni. It might have been late 2000s. Anyway, very, very interesting guy, and one of my best friends. Okay, we're gonna move this guy up, and we're gonna put this dude on Overwatch here. I think. Can we get someone else in? How many command points? Okay, what we can do here is we're gonna move this guy this way. Brother Goriel. We're gonna turn Goriel to this way, and we're gonna have him. Yeah, we're going to put him on Overwatch. We won't be able to use any command points. Now, he's going to be able to shoot this square here. However, he's going to be in big trouble. If he fails to kill whatever comes through here, he's going to die. So we're taking a big risk. Now we're going to move... I'm going to move the Flamer guy up this way. The Flamer is going to just eliminate all of these. Let me show you. Now, Flamer's only got 6 ammunition. Now, it doesn't automatically kill them. They can survive, look, but they will get attacked next turn as well, if I remember right, because this is going to persist for a turn. When the Gene Stealers try and move through this, they won't enter into it, but the one existing here already is probably going to die. I'm going to move this flamethrower, and we're going to bring Brother Dino. Brother Dino. Oh man, that's a good name. Anybody from the south of England will know exactly what Dino means. Okay, can we not shoot here?
Moving.
No, we can't shoot into the flame. That's interesting. I didn't know that. That must be a rule that I didn't know about. Now I'm going to actually move him forward one, and I'm going to put him on Overwatch. Now we're going to be using some more of our command points to do this, but the reason why I'm doing this is that if somehow these guys did get through, I don't think he's likely to, but they ran up here and killed the flamer. That's going to be the mission over. So I'm actually going to take some extra caution here. Let's just move the rest of these guys up and go into yeah, this is risky as well. Expect we might lose here, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so actually the Gene Stealer got through. Oh no, we missed him. Okay, so he's dead. The Gene Stealer's gonna kill him. Yeah. Yeah. We are really weak against Gene Stealers in combat. Oh no, they're taking another one. Oh, and that's it. Game over. Wow. So that's it. We're gonna have to try again, guys. It's not often that I lose this mission, but there we go. There's always room to embarrass yourself when you're playing a Let's Play. Let's get the... I think this time we're going to be a little bit more cautious. No, I definitely want the flamer in the middle. I kind of want the flamer up front, because this is what's really cool about this mission, right? The flamer's your best weapon, and you're going to need it. You've only got one squad, and the AI... the Gene Stealer player can throw a lot of stuff at you, but also, you know, the flamer is also your weak point. Okay, I'm going to move this guy. Oh, we only got 2 command points. I can re-roll it, so let's re-roll the command points. There we go. So when you've got a sergeant, you can actually re-roll your command points. And so we've got 5 that turn. That's really, really useful. I think what we're going to do is... I'm going to put him, this first player here, bring the flamer guy through. We're going to use a command point there. And then bring the rest of them up. Now you can kind of move, you can do a sidestep, and it takes the same command points as moving directly forwards. So that's one thing you can do in this game. Okay, now we don't need him on... Can they get through there? Yeah, maybe we put him on Overwatch. Because we might find if the AI decides to send some Gene Stealers through these points here, we might need it. Okay, let's just open that door, and we're good to go. Now you can see that these little pips underneath each of the squad members shows you their action points. This is a great UI in this game, man. I don't know why they ever felt the need to remake this game apart from just to make money, to be honest. And now I know that this is actually... My understanding is that this is based on the 2nd edition of Space Hulk. Now, I think I had the 1st edition. I'm pretty sure I did. So even this has got some stuff in it that I don't remember. Let's re-roll that. Okay, there we go. So we got more command points that time, which is what we want. I think I did the right thing rushing this guy forwards. The problem is, if the AI piles down... The Gene Stealer player, if he piles in loads of Gene Stealers into these tunnels and all you've got is a Storm Bolter, you're eventually going to lose a man. You are expected to lose troops, by the way, but you know, you kind of for the brownie points. You get more brownie points, I think, if you don't. So there's no one there. There's no one coming here. I'm going to move this guy. Yeah, I'm actually going to rush him forwards. I think this time we're going to have another Storm Bolter up front. Now we definitely need to get whoever is here and here. Now we are potentially... Oh, hang on, this is the flamer, is it? Okay. That wasn't my intention, but anyway, let's get this guy moving up. Now one thing we can do is we can just flame this corridor. Now that would stop the Gene Stealers coming in, but as a waste, I think what we're going to do is... Because I don't think they can reach us here. We don't know how many there's going to be. And they're on this... Oh, it might mean there's 2. Oh no, look, no, there's 2 blips. That's what that is. That's 2 blips. Look how it changes. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it looks like 3. So, yeah, there's potentially 6 Gene Stealers coming this way. In that case, we want to move... Yeah, he's going to stay where he is. Let's move this guy forward 1, and we're going to put him on Overwatch. Because we do want him to shoot anything that comes in. Now I'm trying to remember, were there assault cannons in my version of Space Hulk the board game? I think that might be the thing that they added in this. I don't remember there being assault cannons. I'm pretty sure it was just... I think the base game was just a heavy flamer and the Storm Bolters. A little bit later on they started adding things like lightning claws, thunder hammers, storm shields, all that kind of cool Terminator stuff that you'll know from your Warhammer 40k.
They are close.
Okay. Okay, this guy's doing well. Okay, missed that time. Got it this time though. Oh, they're coming around the back. Here they come. Okay, so we're gonna have to get busy, guys. We've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, we've got a whole... Like the AI has been very, very smart here. We're gonna move. Oh wait, before we move anywhere, let's re-roll this. Oh, okay, we screwed up. So let's bring Squad Lorenzo. Sorry, we're going to bring Brother Noctis back this way, and he's going to have to sit on Overwatch. Shame we don't have the flamer here. This would be a great place to use it. However, the Gene Stealer player is playing a little bit of a risky game. I'm quite close now to the objective with the flamer. So now this is the commander. I think. He's going to get killed, I think, if we don't do something. Let's move this guy here. You just can't quite get enough points because he's got to turn around. I think we're going to have to sacrifice this guy and we're going to move forwards. So let's send Brother Dino forwards. Brother Dino's going to go straight ahead. I think what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, we could turn him... No, you can't do it. The reason why I want an extra action point is because we can use the guard, and this guy has got a sword, which means he's slightly better in combat, slightly. And so if we put him on guard, you get a reroll on your close combat dice. On the Gene Stealers get a bit of advantage anyway, but we'll put Lorenzo on guard there. Yeah, he's already on. Is he on Overwatch? Oh yikes! No, he's not. Ah, we can't even put him on Overwatch. Okay, I've cocked up there. Anyway, let's keep moving. The mission must continue. Let's send the heavy flamer this way. Ah, I should have turned him. I don't think I could though. Okay, so yeah, this guy's just acting like a spare part now. Well, it'll be interesting to see what the Gene Stealers do. They'll come in and kill at least one of those guys, I expect. But that's okay. We're going to use this as a decoy. Let's turn the flamer around that way, and we're going to end the turn. Here they come, swarming through.
We live and die as brothers.
Okay, so these guys are going to both die. I expected that to happen. The Gene Stealers are way stronger than you in close combat. Now, I can't remember. I think you... Let me get this guy. Think about how to do this. Yeah, we don't get a reroll now either, so let's just turn this guy on his, this way. And we need one... You know, he's just going to have to hold off on his own. Let's send the flamer forwards. We're going to have to rush here. We've got one blip down this way.
Taking position.
He won't die if this guy dies, I don't think. Now it's only the heavy flamer that's got to complete the mission on this game, on this map. So we're going to get we're not doing very well, but we can still win the game. Okay, this is going to look like a very strange thing to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm going to flame in front of me. Yeah, like that. But I think first we're going to move him forward.
Clear a path.
I'm going to move him forwards one as well, and then we're going to put him. We'll put him in Overwatch here. Use one of our command points, and then we're going to flame here just in case anything just decides to come down this way. There we are. That's going to put up a firewall. A literal firewall. Excellent job. Okay. Now, he needs to be in Overwatch. To remember to actually put my troops on Overwatch, because he will not do it automatically.
They are close.
He's going to die. Oh no, he's... Took him down in close range. 2 Gene Stealers down. There we go. Now we're starting to see some heroism from the Terminators. Oh, again, good set of rolls here, look. Oh no, his bolter's jammed. Oh, he still had an action point left, so he was able to unjam it. But here we go. Oh, he survived the close combat. That's very, very rare. As you can see, look, the Terminators roll 1 dice, and the Gene Stealers roll 3. That's how bad you are at close combat. Right, all we need to do... Oh, it's so close, look. We're so close. He's not brought any more Gene Stealers up this way, so we're probably gonna win now, because I don't think he can actually win. I don't think it's possible for him to. But it's going to be a matter of whether we can... Oh yeah, we are jammed, look.
The machine spirits have answered my prayers.
I can shoot here and then move here. I'll put him on Overwatch. One, two, three, four, five. Do you reckon we can do it? Should we risk trying to stand firm? Or do we move into a position to allow them both to fire at Overwatch? I think he can... No, he can't do it. He can't do it. So we're just going to have to fight. Stand and fight, lads. Lads. Brothers, stand and fight, brothers.
Cleanse the monstrosity.
Yeah, so we are. Oh, he's making a good show for himself. Brother Goriel. Fantastic. G-Stealer hit the deck. Okay, that is us. That is our turn. Let's see what happens. Can Brother Goriel stand? No! He's fallen.
My weapon is jammed.
Oh no, another weapon's jammed. We're in big trouble. G-Seal is coming from behind. As you can see, it's a really tense game. But we have finished the map. Okay, so it only took us 2 attempts on the easiest mission. Well, there you go, guys. That is Space Hulk. This is a great game, and I've been chatting to Richard York, and Richard's going to play this with me, I think. He was like, oh, I'll play that with you.
Escape for the enemy.
It is done.
Is all that awaits them.
It is done. The fires have consumed the control room in flame. There will be no escape for the enemy. Death is all that awaits them. So there we go. So we only had 2 survivors. Pretty pathetic. But we did manage to get 10 kills, and we did it in 6 turns. Not too bad. Okay, so guys, that is Space Hulk. I'll probably play this again. It's not going to be like a regular series probably, but I think this is a great game because you can play it really quickly. It's even if you're taking your time and explaining stuff like I am, you can finish a map in about 10 minutes. Obviously, this is quite a small and relatively easy one. The difficulty and the scale of the maps just ramp up significantly as you go. Although this is actually a particularly difficult map, I think. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, guys. Thanks, folks. I'll catch you next time. Take care.